Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to answer a question that I saw in a Twitter thread the other day, and I'll link it up in show notes later. But a famous SEO had asked the community, the SEO community, how did you first learn SEO? And I thought it was an intriguing thing. I wanted to come back to it. I wanted to give my answer on how I initially learned SEO. So as many of you know, digital marketing, SEO, web design, web development, that was a second career for me. I had a previous career, a very long career before that, and I had started to learn web design when I was about 38, and it was about 2009. And so I was learning a lot of different things, like how to build websites. I was dabbling in SEO at that time. In 2012, I went full-time. It has been like my full-time job. The web design, the web development, and digital marketing has been my full-time thing since 2012. So I was 41 when I first went full-time with this, okay? But in those early years, specifically around 2009, 2010, 2011, I was experimenting with SEO. Now, it wasn't something that I wanted to sell full-time at that point, but I did have a hobby site like many people that get into SEO. I did not jump straight into client SEO. Now, this is something that I do see nowadays where a lot of people will go into Facebook groups or they'll go into forums and they will say things exactly like this. I just signed up 3 clients for a SEO package. Now I need help, like implementing it. How do I do it? How do I do SEO? And that is a scary place to be. But most of the people that I know personally started doing SEO on a hobby site, and that is what I did. I had a hobby site, and it was pretty successful. It actually got a lot of traffic. I think it was at its peak, I think it was getting about 450 visits per year, which, that's fairly good for a hobby site, I guess. And it did okay. So I learned from that. I learned what worked and what didn't. And this is not a long time ago. Then I also did a little bit of SEO for one of my friends. And I learned what worked and what didn't. Now, honestly, in those early years when I was still working at the Wonder Bread factory, and I knew that job was going to end anyway. I knew it was just a transition. It was just a place to earn money until I could learn this next profession. I consumed all the information that I could. I read books on web design. I read blogs on marketing. I watched YouTube videos. I just consumed all the knowledge that I could find on web design, on web development, a lot on marketing, a lot on digital marketing, a lot on SEO. So I basically just, absorbed this information, tested things out, saw if it worked or not, just made a note of what moved the needle and what didn't, and kept that in mind. So like I said, I did a hobby site, I did a friend's SEO site. I moved forward from about 2012 to around 2017. I had kind of a 50-50 mix of what I was pushing. I was actually pushing myself as a general web developer for about the first year, just general front-end development. And I did a lot of work for an outfit out in New York. And I had some clients of my own just initially. Then around 2013 probably, I started getting into the WordPress community. And that is a large CMS or a framework for building websites. Very popular. And I got integrated in that community. And so I pushed myself as a WordPress developer for that time between about 2013 and about 2017. I pushed myself a lot in that, was very involved in that community. Still am. Still am involved in that community, but that was how I presented myself, and my value proposition was, WordPress development. And after a while, I had a mix, like I said, 50-50 of my own clients, and then I would subcontract to other agencies. I did also contracting to an agency out in North Carolina, and then I did a work for another company in New Jersey, and actually like 25% of their portfolio right now is all sites that I built. Just saying, but but anyway, I wanted to make a couple changes. I wanted to make 2 changes to my business at that point. This is about 2017. I wanted to stop subcontracting to other people, and I wanted to own client relationships more. That was the first thing that I really wanted to push. And the second thing that I really wanted to get into was pushing SEO. And so, like I said, I had another local client here, which I did. I was very successful with that one, so I thought I can probably do this because I still, follow this. I still know what works and what doesn't. I'm very confident that I can do this. So I was very lucky to get a second local client right off the bat. And I was very, very successful with that company. They were getting 0 leads from their website, and now they are getting the majority of their leads from their website. They are doing very well. In fact, so well that they just acquired another company here locally that does an adjacent thing to what they do. So it just basically, they just doubled, probably even tripled their business. So yeah, and they have been very helpful. But the point that I'm making, a lot of people take a course, they read books, they go to a boot camp. Nothing wrong with all that stuff. But what I'm saying is that probably the best course of action that you can do is get a hobby site, test all your theories there, and make sure that what people are telling you actually works. There's a lot of advice out there. There's a lot of contradictory advice out there on the web when it comes to SEO. There's a lot of people that say one thing but do another, or they teach a lot but they don't actually do it. So be very sure to test any theory that you're hearing. Make sure that it works. Have a hobby site. That's probably the best way. And before you start selling SEO to clients, make sure that you have tested it on a couple other sites before you start selling it to clients. That is my story of how I learned SEO. I've been pushing SEO for about 2 years now. And like I said, I still do web design, web development. It's not something I push as hard. I push it as part of the overall SEO, which I do believe that it is. Because like I said, I would do a lot of these subcontracts for other people in the past, in the first 4 or 5 years I was working for other people. But the development and design alone, without having a SEO strategy, it would help a little, but it wouldn't really do a lot. So there's many things that go into SEO. Design is part of it for sure. Content, links, local reputation, reviews, branding, all these things go into it. But like I said, test your theories. This is something I've been saying for a long time. Test your theories. Be a practitioner before you start selling it to somebody else. However you get there, there's no right or wrong answer to how you learned SEO. I'm just telling you how I learned. It was just by reading and doing and experimenting and doing again. So hey, I'd love to hear your SEO story. How did you learn SEO? Put it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Tell me who you are, what you do. Tell me what your success has been. This is John Locke for Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here publishing videos every single day on SEO. I would love to see you subscribe. That's all I have for now. Until next time, peace.